sur ce sujet, tout aussi très important qu'est l'exploration des projets avancés de Pathways, une feuille de route vers le succès. Il y a certainement une dynamique, il y a eu des changements, il y a des nouveautés, il y a des choses que nous devons savoir. DTM, you have the floor. We are all here to know more about this new dynamic. You have 10 minutes for your presentation. Thank you very much. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Toastmaster Palimato. Thank you. I hope I got your name right. And good evening to everyone. Good evening. You can hear me loud and clear. Let me just see let me see some actions on the chat box here. I want to be sure you can hear me loud and clear. Yeah, let me know. And all I can just ask is, so for instance, right now I'm speaking right now from Nigeria, Abuja, and the weather is quite hot. The temperature is quite high. As over there in Cameroon, in wherever you are right now listening, how's the weather? Let me know. Is it hot there or is it cold? Let me know. Is it cold or hot? Oh, all right. Frank from Cameroon. How's the weather there? I can see Toastmaster Paula B. Good to have you. Hot, hot. Yeah. It's hot, hot. Give me a second. Was there? Okay, so it's hot, hot. Cold. Cameroon is cold. Is that
hot.
true? I want to only have to confirm.
It is hot now. It is hot now. 27 degrees Celsius, if I can guess.
Okay. All right. Just give me a second. So today we're going to be delving into pathways, right? The pathways program. And just give me a second so I can share my screen. All right. Okay. Can you see my screen?
So of course.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So Pathways Advanced Projects, a roadmap for success. I can believe that the folks who are on the call today, we are all advanced speakers, advanced or experienced Toastmasters. But this is not just for experienced Toastmasters alone. It's for everyone, because when you get to see what lies ahead, it builds that enthusiasm, that joy, that anticipation, that ambition within you, especially for new members, as well as intending members. So Pathways Advanced Projects, a roadmap for success. So I have a quote I'd like to share with you. That's my picture. Does that look like me? Yeah, that's me. So it says, a project completed is not just a goal achieved. Sometimes we think, just we call it level completion, path completion. And so complete a level, then we'll move on to another level, then we'll move on to another level. We complete a project, then we'll move on to another project. But let's just change the way we see projects and level completion. So a project completed is not just a goal achieved, but a new version of yourself unlocked. So when you see that way, that the more you participate in the Pathways experience, that's why it's called the Pathways experience, the more you unlock a new version of yourself that you never knew existed. Oh, now you can lead a difficult audience. Really? Now you can launch a podcast. Oh, really? Now you can design a blog. Wow. And many other things. Now you can organize a high performance leadership project. Also, so a project completed is not just a goal achieved, but a new version of yourself unlocked. So with these new mindsets, let's proceed. So why advanced projects matter? So why are we having a session today on the AFTERWORK program dedicated to our advanced projects? Why does it matter? Now, we need to understand, especially from the quotes I just shared earlier, Toastmasters is more than just giving speeches. They're not just here to give speeches after speech, after speech, after speech. So Toastmasters is more than giving speeches. It is about leadership and real-world application. So if you are advancing in your Toastmasters Pathways program, then you should be advancing your career. You should be advancing in the society. You who joined Toastmasters 3 years ago, 1 year ago, or 1 year ago, 6 months ago, should be different. The expression of yourself should be different when you show yourself in the society, in your religious organization, in your workplace, at a workplace, anywhere in society find yourself. So that's why the advanced projects were designed to help you take the lessons you are getting from the Toastmasters experience into whatever applications you wanted to have in the society. Yesterday, I was talking to a new club, right? A club, right, who were onboarding their new members, and they were sharing the motivations behind joining Toastmasters. For some, it was about leadership, because they started taking on leadership positions in their workplace, and they need to improve their public speaking skills, their ability to network, ability to delegate amongst others. And I told them that hold on to that, because most people forget the reason why they join Toastmasters, and they think it's all about project after project after project. No, it's about taking these lessons and applying them outside the Toastmasters environment. So advanced projects help you develop higher level communication and leadership skills. Allow me to use this balance. There are levels to this game. There are levels to this game. So you want to improve the way you communicate, the way you lead, then you need to not just see the advanced projects as something you just need to do and get off with. No, something you have to dedicate. You have to plan ahead. Some people take 3 months planning for their projects. Yes, is that serious? I do not see that advanced projects help you apply what you've learned in real world scenarios. So when you have, one project I know many people like a lot when it comes to advanced projects is the project where you have a difficult audience. And that's how life is. In Toastmasters, we try to, I'm going to lower my pace a bit because I know we have someone interpreting, translating rather. So in Toastmasters, we call it, we say we provide a conducive environment for members to learn and grow. And that is Toastmasters. But outside that environment, you realize that the world isn't as fair or as caring or as empathetic as you would think. And so that project where you get to speak and someone is interrupting you, someone is cursing you, someone is saying, oh, shut up, what are you saying? That's the real world environment. So projects like that prepare you for scenarios like that. Another reason why you need to pay attention to advanced projects is that it helps you towards a pathways completion. You get that little certificate that you can share on LinkedIn, you can share with your club members, you can share even in your workplace. And most importantly, who doesn't want to become a distinguished Toastmaster? That by participating and completing this project, you're working towards the fulfillment of your Distinguished Toastmasters Award. So what are these advanced projects? Advanced projects. So what are these advanced projects? So they are mostly found in pathways level 4 and 5. Although I'd like to add that projects like the speechcraft, I would like to say they're actually advanced projects, especially considering the fact that they are even outside the regular Toastmasters pathways paths, right? So they are not there. So I wouldn't consider them as advanced projects. But for the sake of this training, I'm going to limit advanced projects to the projects that you usually found in the pathways levels 4 and 5. So across all paths, whether it's dynamic leadership or presentation mastery, any part you're on, the level 4 and level 5 projects are usually levels that are filled with advanced projects. And usually you find them in the electives. And they require more planning, leadership, and execution. I remember when I was working on an advanced project about 3-4 years ago, I had to work with a team. And I believe that was like the first time I'll be working on a project that had nothing to do with leadership in terms of Toastmasters leadership, but something has to do with my own project within Toastmasters, where I had to find a team of competent role players, as we like call it, competent role players, who I believe were experts outside the Toastmasters environment, experts in their fields, were able to contribute towards the success and the execution of that project. And it can be applied in Toastmasters, the workplace, or the community. So the beauty of advanced projects is that they are not limited to the Toastmasters environment. So you can apply them in the workplace or within the community. So what are the examples of advanced projects? We have high performance leadership. And if you have completed a path, you must have seen the HP projects. Usually the level 5 projects, the last project you execute on your path. And the second one is moderate a panel discussion, ethical leadership, create a podcast, create a blog, manage a difficult audience. Amongst others, there are a lot of examples of high performance leadership of advanced projects. I'm going to share a bit of some examples with you. So let me just share some examples with you. Before I do that, I want to be sure I'm still on track. I've not lost anyone. So let me see the charts there. So if you're still with me, just say, I am with you. Just put it out there. Then just, I'm with you. Let's do that on the charts, just to be sure. You can put that in French or in English. I just want to be sure I'm not running too fast and I'm still with you. Okay, let me see. Thank you, distinct Toastmaster Gaston Kwa. So he is with me. Is he the only one with me? Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Polabe. I want one more person from an environment that is cold, because everyone says the environment is hot. So who's in an environment right now is cold? Perhaps they're not even in Africa, and that would be cool. Toastmaster Josephine Agolo. Thank you very much. All right. I can still have very limited time. So I'm not allowed to dance anyhow. So let me just go straight to my slides. So let me show you an example here. So this is under the dynamic leadership path. And this level 5. On level 5, you can see the elective projects here. I believe you all know how to navigate to this. This is the base camp. So I selected one of my paths, and this is leadership, and I selected level 5, and it took me here. It's pretty simple. We've done this in the past, so I'm not showing the steps that got me here. So now look at these projects. These are advanced projects. So you have moderate panel discussion. It's not normal, right? A typical speech you deliver in your club meetings, you have the objective to meet, then you come to the club, you stand in front of the audience, and you deliver the speech, and you are scored or graded based on the objectives. But this one is different. Now, for instance, look at moderating a panel discussion. It's not a typical project where you just come to the club meeting and you deliver a speech. It's different. It's ethical leadership. Something like this requires you to take time off to study what ethical leadership is all about and deliver a project based on that. So let's check what ethical leadership is all about. Let me just click it. Give me a second. All right, so understand, because this path has already been completed, so the interface may not look like what you already have on your own base camp. So this is a completed path. But even at that, let's see if we can still check out some materials on it. This is level 5. Okay, so let's check this one. Let's check margin to cut, or let's check this. I want something that's a bit complex. Public relations strategies. All right, while it loads, okay, it's loading. So while it loads, let's also look at other advanced projects. I love this now. This is good. So we are building a social media presence. So many people have been shying away from building social media presence and everything, but usually, now the beauty of this thing is that these are electives, which means that you find that some projects that you're already accustomed, that you know very well, you're very good at that. For instance, some folks, they literally work online. So projects like managing online meetings may not be something that appeals to you. But let's say you struggle with writing. Not that you're not good at writing, just that you don't really create that time to write. Now, a project like writing a compelling blog would appeal to you. That's something you should work on. let's say you're someone that's you've always been in an environment, a club environment is quite conducive. Everyone loves to hear you speak. Then imagine a difficult audience will be a project you should take, because then you get to expand yourself. You need to take on a challenge that is unique, a challenge that you're not used to. Or for instance, we're looking at building your project management skills. Now, manage projects successfully is another project that you would look at and say, okay, that's the project I should look at. And that's the beauty of Toastmasters. And I put a quote towards the end of my slides that it's not just about the speeches that we deliver, it's about who we become, right, at the end of living these projects, right? The new skills we acquire, the new traits we imbibe into ourselves, right? The new lens through which we see the world. And look at this, public relations strategies. Let's say you always be in the technical aspects of career and all. Now, enrolling yourself in a project where you have to develop strategies for public relations. Something that's going to be unique and novel to you. Those are things you need to take on. Look at another project that says question and answer session. I'm just sharing these examples with you, right, for you to go through and see what these advanced projects look like. Let's look at this if it's fully loaded. So look at public relations strategies. Now, I also want to say that now the information resources that Toastmasters International share with you on your Basecamp is actually, in most cases, is actually relevant and enough for you to work on that project. But nevertheless, be that guy, be that lady, be that Toastmasters, be that distinct Toastmaster, be that excellent gentleman that goes out there again and check additional resources, right, to equip you so that you're able to deliver an excellent project. So look at this now. Let's say, let's just click on this. And check how much time we got left. All right. So I click on that because we have very short limited time, so we can. So for instance, now look at this now. So this advanced project is on public relations strategy, and you can see that's the mission of branding. It has even with this, get accustomed to the Toastmasters brand manual. Something that ordinarily, if you're not in the PR space, you're not really interested in populations, or never done like VPR or anything like that, I don't really get to understand how these things work, right? How to create a public relations strategy. Look at all these things, right? These are things that you get from actually a paid program. And look at that. Determine what's newsworthy, right information. And this is just the text format. But if you go back, you're able to see even the media and everything supporting the advanced projects. All right, you can see that. So now you can go through that and see the details and the beauty of the advanced projects. I want to see there's one that has a video. Right, you can see everything. Right. So now, again, let me say one of the reasons why this training was designed is that by understanding that the projects in level 4 and level 5 are what we call the advanced projects. It means that if you're on level 1 right now, if you're on level 2 right now, if you're on level 3 right now, start planning, right, towards your advanced projects so that you don't rush through them or don't approach them the same way you would approach a level 1 project. That's very critical, right? Otherwise, you would not get the essence, you not get to extract, right, the full benefits of taking part in these advanced projects. So let's just go back to our slide, right, so that you're able to complete this training within the allotted time. Now, I've shown you some examples. I've shown you the examples of advanced projects, and there are lots. Just check your path, click on level 4 and level 5. You see the advanced projects on your path. Now, what are the key benefits of advanced projects? I've identified 4. Let's look at them. And there are lots of benefits, but for the sake of this class or this session, so let's stick to 4 key benefits. Number 1 is skill mastery. Now, like I said, Toastmasters is not just a place where you come to deliver speeches and you go home. It's actually a place where you come to master new skills beyond presentation, beyond leadership. Skills like project management, public relations strategies, how to develop a blog. These are skills that you don't know that are actually embedded in the Pathways program. So it's a place for you to master new skills. So the advanced projects also help you to grow professionally. It helps in career development and networking. And of course, everyone loves to become a distinguished Toastmaster, right? You need to complete the advanced projects for you to become a distinguished Toastmaster. And most importantly, like I said, we all joined Toastmasters for specific and reward impacts, reward reasons. You didn't just Toastmasters become a level 2 to complete level 2 or complete level 3 or complete your dynamic leadership path. No, you joined Toastmasters to advance your career, to communicate well with your neighbors. All right, those are the key benefits of advanced projects. So what are the common challenges and solutions when it comes to advanced projects? Number one is it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. I remember about a year ago or 2 years ago, I remember someone calling me because then I did a project I had a podcast, right? It was an advanced project for me. And someone was trying to do that. And I remember the person was always calling me every day. I don't know how to do that. What do I need to use to edit the audio? How do I record the interview? How do I get the people to invite for the interview? So the person was overwhelmed. I had to break it down for the person. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, what you need to do is first breathe in, then break it into smaller tasks, right? If your goal is to build a blog, don't just see it as building a blog. First thing is, who is the target audience, right? Who's meant to read the blog? What do you want to share with the person? Then how do you want to share with the person? Very simple. Do you want to have a free blog, or do you want to have a blog where you pay for it or something like that? So when you break it to smaller tasks, then it makes it easier for you to approach and execute. The second thing you need to do when you're feeling overwhelmed is to get a mentor to support you. Right, get a mentor to support you. And a mentor is someone that is older than you or younger than you, or is someone that has done it before. That's the definition of a mentor. Someone has done it before and is willing to share their experience and learnings with you. Now, another challenge you may likely have when you're working on an advanced project is lack of a team. Right? So if you lack a team, it's okay. It's normal. Everyone starts without a team. So what you can do is to engage your club members. Start within your club. There are people that you, quote unquote, vibe with and engage with them. Oh, I'm working on this project. This Master John would like to work with me on this project. Then if you are unable to do that, then talk to your area and your district leaders. Talk to this Master Gaston. Talk to Valet, talk to anyone. You say, I'm working on this project. Can you help me with this project? Then they will help you. You can get other people to work with you and create a team to support you on that project. And again, you can see that the virtual attempt, right, at working on an advanced project, you're already building certain skills like networking skills. You see? Then time constraints are usually, for instance, the podcast, I remember you had to have, I think within like a month or so, you have to have started the podcast and execute that in a month, because you have to deliver 2 speeches. First, you tell the club about the project, then about a month you come back to tell them about the project. So there can be time constraints. So what you need to do is that align the project to your personal and your work goals. So that makes it easier for you. So let's say you're quite busy at work or at home, maybe you're a nursing mode or something. Find a way to pick a project first that aligns with your work and personal goals. And then find a way to break it down so that when you are working on a certain thing, how can you multitask so you're able to execute that thing at the same time? So the most important way to do about this is to align the project with your work and your personal goals. Then, of course, you have a whole list of projects to work with, but you can't decide what to start with. So what I would say is that choose one that excites you or helps your career. So if there's someone who struggles with this old online thing, then things like managing an online audience or developing PR strategies, something like that could be something that will excite you. Or if in your career you realize that you now started managing projects, then things that have to do with project management will be a project that excites you. So find something that excites you or helps your career. So how to succeed in advanced projects? The first thing to do is, like Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, would say, start with the end in mind. What does that mean? It means define clear objectives. What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? By executing and completing these projects, what are you going to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? So that's very important. The second thing is to leverage Toastmasters networks, right? Talk to friends, talk to mentors, talk to club coaches, talk to club leaders, talk to area, division, district leaders, and get guidance from them. And you'd be surprised to see how willing the Toastmasters can be when it comes to supporting and helping people, right? So leverage on these massive network I've got. So the third thing you need to do is to treat it like a professional project. And that's why I said it's very important that whether you're in level 1 or level 2, in fact, I believe this training is even more important, right, for those on level 1, because now you have enough time for you to prepare for this project. All right, so treat like a professional project. Use structured planning and execution, which means that tell yourself, okay, tomorrow I'm going to work on this. Next week I'm going to work on this. Then 2 months I'm going to work on this. That way you're not easily overwhelmed. You're able to approach it in a professional and a very structured manner. Then document and reflect. No, it's very easy for us to forget things. It's very easy for us to forget the joy, you know, that you get from executing your podcast, from inviting that distinguished master you've always admired, and get to learn from him or her. You know, it's very easy for us to forget 1 month, 2 months down the line. So as you're working on it, get a journal and write down your experiences, even the challenges that you face, right? The challenges that you face, right? Write them down. The joy, the learnings, the new things, right? Write it things down so that later down the line you can always look back and reflect on those things. So keep records of lessons learned, right? It's very important. And this is how to succeed in advanced projects. So now I'd like to tell you to take the next step. So what is the next step? Next step is for you to identify an advanced project that excites you. So what's it? Is it like you want to talk before a difficult audience? Okay, you want to improve that courage you've got. Pick that. Or do you want to learn how to manage projects effectively? Then pick that project. Or do you want to learn how to moderate a panel discussion? Then pick that project. So identify a project, right, that excites you. Identify it early. The next step is for you to talk to your vice president education or a mentor about your options. Discuss for that, especially someone that knows you very well, that knows who you are and everything. Say, okay, yeah, that's true. That's a project you should work on, right? Then set a start date and commit to finishing it. You know, as someone says, imperfect is better than 0, right? So it's better you commit, set a start date and commit to it. And you know, there's also this rule that says that every task will fill the allotted time, right? So just set a start date and commit to finishing it. There's no perfect time to start. And use this as a stepping stone towards becoming a distinguished Toastmaster. I can't wait to celebrate you, really. And your whole Toastmasters community can't wait to celebrate you. Then I'd like to end with this quote. Again, every challenge in Toastmasters is an opportunity to strengthen your voice, refine your leadership, and inspire others. Tam Larry. Thank you very much, everyone. And now I'd like to take your questions. Over to you, the moderator.
Okay. Thank you very much, DTM, for this really clear and relevant presentation. Thank you very, very much. We are many here that discovered the advanced pathway just now with your presentation. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for taking time for us. Nous saluons les participants qui nous rejoignent à l'instant, ceux qui arrivent au moment où le DTM avait commencé déjà sa présentation et le termine. Et comme il a été dit en tout début de session, le thème est explorer les projets avancés de Pathway, une feuille de route vers le succès. Nous venons d'écouter le DTM et certainement qu'il y a des questions. I would like to start first of all by asking the first question will be from me. DTM, please, why a new Why this change? Why this change in our pathway, exploring pathway and advanced project, a roadmap to success? I hear that it is at the level 4 and 5 that we have that the pathway have been customized. Why? And can you be more clear about that? This is the question that I'm raising up. Est-ce qu'il y a des participants également qui voudraient prendre la parole pour un complément d'information, une observation, une question à notre DTME avant que nous puissions continuer? Gaston est là. Franck est là. Je vois Valérie. Je vois Bibata, Caboret, Ibra, Joséphine et nos autres amis. Sentez-vous à l'aise comme toujours dans cette session qui a démarré depuis une trentaine de minutes déjà. Y aurait-il une prise de parole? Somebody want to take the floor in order to ask a question to our DTM? If not, DTM, my proposal is that we should start with my own question.
Okay, thank you. And that's a great question. And I like the way you speak French. So maybe you can teach me how to speak French. So why the changes? So the main changes actually, they changed last year. And one of the reasons why the changes were made to Pathways program was many reasons. One of them was that for ease of accessibility as one. The second thing was they modified the content as well as the path to maybe based on the feedback they've got over the years, and also to adapt to changes that are happening right within society when it comes to communication, when it comes to leadership, as well as curriculum development. Now, why are the advanced projects towards the end of the path, level 4, level 5? Is because for instance, level 1 is about integrating the new member right into the Toastmasters experience, right? Level 2 is progression. The level 3, okay, now it's kind of sorted out. The level 4 and level 5 are moving towards the completion, right, of the path. And if you look at it, most paths have unique names. For instance, we have dynamic leadership. So at the end of the project, at the end of the level, right, you have a certificate that says you're certified, you completed 5 levels in dynamic leadership. Then what do you have to show that you completed a path in dynamic leadership? Then you must have worked on advanced projects in dynamic leadership. And that's why you see that the advanced projects are actually different from one path to the other, and they are unique to the path. So if you are working on, let's say, presentation mastery, the kind of advanced projects you're going to have on level 4 and level 5 are going to be a bit different from what you're going to have. Let's say you're working on dynamic leadership or any other path that you're on. I hope that clarifies.
Okay, thank you very much. I've also seen Gaston writing that it is optional. Advanced projects are optional. It is not mandatory for everyone to follow advanced project.
Okay, so great question, distinguished Master Gaston. So he said most of these advanced projects are optional. Which will you recommend the most? Okay, so like I said, the recommendation is going to be based, number one, on your personal preference, your career goals, your Toastmasters goals, as well as your general goals. And that's one. Another thing is that it's going to be based on, for instance, you can talk to someone, like let's say your vice president of education, your mentor, or even a colleague within the Toastmasters circle who understands you very well, understands, okay, Damlar, I think you should take on project management, because when it comes to managing projects, you are abysmal. You don't mind projects, don't keep to time, do that. So then when you get feedback like that, then you know that, okay, I need to work on an advanced project that has to do with project management. If I'm someone that can't face a difficult audience, then the kind of project I should work on would be a project that requires me to face a difficult audience or manage a panel discussion. So I believe that the answer to that will be based on your own personal goals and your career goals. But because I know the synthesis master got some core, so what would I recommend to you? I would say start a podcast. We wanted to start a podcast last time, but you didn't do that. So start a podcast right now. And I can't wait to join your podcast. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm seeing Paul is there. Paul, can you open your microphone and interact with the DTM? You have the floor.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to pronounce your name. Your name looks like a feminine name of my own name, Paul. So
Kalimatu, Nunu.
yeah, Palimantu, just lovely
Yes.
name. It's nice. Well done, moderator. And my
Thank you very
dearest friend, DTM, Dami, you are missing in action. We'll cut ourselves
Okay.
tonight. Well done. I was just thinking, considerably, advanced projects. For the first time, I'm really looking at it as advanced project because I'll just drawing a similarity to the legacy area where you used to have the advanced manual, advanced bronze, advanced silver, closely related kind of. But following a path, one would just think that you're completing a process and you must do this part of level 4 and 5. However, this year, your teaching tonight brought me back to university days where at the point of graduation, you're expected to write a project. And you run into a kind of specialized project you want to work on that is, resonate with your being or your pursuit. So in all, just by way of contribution, would you agree that advanced projects actually our projects in Toastmaster for you to be certified that you have qualified as a proficient Toastmaster in dynamic leadership, for instance? You must do a high performance presentation. Will you consider that as the cocoa, the meat, Nigeria call it cocoa, the meat of you going through that part, sir? Thank you.
Yes, I agree 100%. You are correct. So I'll agree because knowledge, like someone says, knowing is not enough. You must apply, right? And that's where the projects come in. You have to take time off if you truly go through these advanced projects, it takes time. It requires you to talk to someone to get insights and let's say advice or mentorship, right, for you to complete it. Because if you do it right, you're likely going to pick a project that is a bit difficult for you. So by the time you are done, you will have become a different person. So I agree, really, is the meat, is the cocoa, is the main thing, right, on each part by the advanced project, because it's required to take time off, right? And again, it requires advanced communication skills, advanced leadership skills, advanced project management skills. So I completely agree with you. These are the main meats, right, of each part.
Thank you.
You're welcome, DTM Pro. Thank you very much for your question. Can we have somebody else who has something to say, to add a question? Gaston, are you there?
No, thank you. I have no additional question.
No additional question. Maybe a comment?
No, I mean, sorry, I'll be turning on my camera shortly at some point. I mean, it's just to say these advanced projects are key to a success as Toastmasters. And actually, most of the learning happens in the practice. And I also believe that Toastmasters starts getting interesting when we start working on this advanced project, because then it tests our management, it tests our leadership skills and our ability to lead others. I'm very grateful and very happy that we had this presentation today, especially given the changes that are happening in Pathways. And DTM Damilare, thank you so much for taking your time to share your knowledge with us. I'm happy I see a lot of division directors connected. Shout out to them. I also see Amelia has a question. Back to you, Toastmaster Nunu. Amelia Bazi has a question. Her hand is raised.
Yes, Amelia, you have the floor.
Thank you, dear moderator. Thank you, dear DTM Gaston. Thanks a lot for the insightful sharing, dear DTM Damilare. My word is not really a question, but maybe a sharing, reaching to those advanced projects. I've noticed that there was much more than learning how to speak in Toastmasters, because first I've joined Toastmasters to to enhance my speaking skills. But then I've seen that I could collaborate more or better. I could motivate others. I could work on my own self-motivation, on my visionary, how you say, to reshape my vision. And it was very, very, very engaging. And here is my third path. I am on my third path, and I'm still eager to reach to those advanced projects. And really, I can just encourage my fellow Toastmasters to go straight to there, to not just be feared about the premiere, the first project. I know that they can be a bit bored. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but yeah, you should pass them to go to the more interesting projects. And thank you for the sharing, DTM Damilare. Back to you, dear moderator Palimatu.
Thank you very much, my dear Amelia, for this testimony, for encouraging fellow Toastmasters to follow your step. I am concerned too. I will follow your advice. And DTM, something to say?
Oh,
DTM
thank you very
Damilare.
much. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Toastmaster Amelia, for that comment. I mean, when you raised up your hand, I was a bit nervous because I owe you report. So thank you for giving that comment, and thanks for sharing your experience, really. And of course, time is fast spent. I would love people to even share their experience with any of the advanced projects they've taken, but if not today, maybe next time. But if you can talk to any experienced Toastmaster, you realize that most people took on projects that stretch them beyond their very limits, and they gained new insights, new perspectives, and new skills from taking on advanced projects. And a big thanks to everyone who joined this call to listen to this session. And I want to take I want to charge you right that, and like Toastmaster Amelia rightly said, is that you don't join Toastmasters to give speeches. You join Toastmasters to become better versions of ourselves. So see these projects as opportunities to become bigger, bolder, and better. Thank you very much. And over to you, the moderator.
Very much, DTM, for the time you have taken to share with us this interesting topic about the change in our pathway. The only thing I can add is that each and everyone should prime himself in order to jump, to immerse inside the program and see the beauty and have all the, what can I say, the good result. And we know that wherever we have a Toastmaster, it is at the first sight seen that it is there is something different. Le mot que je peux ajouter, c'est que nous devons tous nous intéresser à cette nouvelle modalité et le prendre à bras le corps afin d'avancer encore plus dans l'amélioration de nos compétences, de notre leadership et de ce soleil que les Toastmasters sont et deviennent partout où ils se présentent. Gaston, Mr. DTM Damilare, thank you very much for taking the time. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you, DTM Paul, for the time you have also taken to share with us and to put on question to our DTM in order for us to have more view, more clarification about the topic of today. It is time now for us to shift to the announcement, if I'm not mistaken. But before the announcement, maybe we will have a brief toast about, what can I say, women's celebration, the celebration of the women's rights. We all know that yesterday was the 8th March, and we know that women. The world are celebrating women as making us be always aware of the fact that women need to be at the same place. We are striving for more equity, more rights, the same place as our counterparts, our male counterparts, and I will like us, if you don't mind, to raise up our glasses in order to celebrate all the women's worldwide, be there in the remote place or in the big city, be their mother or workers, be their young girls or maybe mature women, to all the women worldwide. And we hope that as they go by, we will have more and more result for the women here in Africa and elsewhere in the world. Gaston, est-ce qu'on peut continuer avec les annonces?
Oui, nous allons les projeter dans 30 secondes à peu près. Donc, nous essayons de partager notre écran.
D'accord.
L'écran est partagé, chère modératrice. Vous pouvez commencer les annonces.
D'accord, tu vas m'aider. Les avantages du renouvellement des cotisations à bonne date. Topic: the benefits of timely renewal. Comment est-ce que je m'y prends là pour défiler? Tu peux m'aider à aller défiler? Can you give me a helping hand?
Oui, en fait,
Gaston?
ce sont des annonces. En réalité, cette affiche annonce la formation de la CGD dont le thème est les avantages du renouvellement des cotisations à bonne date. This is the IES trainings organized by the CGD, which are going to be discussing the benefits of early membership renewal. So this will take place on the 12th. On Wednesday, the 12th of March, which is in 2 days from now. We absolutely encourage, yes, online on Zoom. We absolutely encourage all of our presidents and members to join. So we're moving to the second announcement, Jenunu.
Yes. The second announcement is about let's renew 100% of members now. End of March is late. And in French, renouvelons 100% des membres dès maintenant. Fin mars, c'est tard. Yes, we know that we have to do it before time, because we know that by the end of the month, it will be a little bit heavy to go on the platform. This is the announcement. It is high time for us to renew. And the last announcement, Talk Up Awards, February the 1st to March the 31st, 2025. Add 5 members new, dual or reinstate. And Talk Up Ribbon. Talk Up Award, recruter 5 membres, 5 nouveaux membres en double appartenance ou intégrés. If I'm not mistaken, the president and the president and the responsible of addition are more concerned about this announcement, but this doesn't mean that the other members of each club should not take a great part of this challenge. We should engage in our environment the benefits of being Toastmaster. Am I mistaken?
No, thank you. And that's the last announcement for today.
Yes. OK, thank you very much, Gaston. Merci beaucoup pour ces annonces. Je pense qu'il est temps maintenant de passer la parole au Zoom Master. Is the Zoom Master with us?
Chère Valérie.
Yes.
Valérie? Valérie?
Merci beaucoup, chère modératrice. Vous me suivez?
Merci. Oui, je te
Oui,
suis.
vous me suivez?
Oui, parfaitement. Parfaitement, je te suis.
OK. Donc, à présent, les salles de réseautage sont ouvertes. Donc, pour accéder à une salle de réseautage, vous allez au niveau de la barre des onglets, en bas là. Après l'audio, vidéo, participant, chat, allez voir un onglet où on va être salle de répartition. Et en cliquant sur cet onglet, vous pouvez accéder aux différentes salles.
Oui, Valérie, tu peux reprendre pour... Tu peux reprendre, s'il te
Au niveau de la
plaît.
barre des tâches, donc si vous descendez,
Mhm.
OK, donc il disait que c'est déjà ouvert. Donc pour y accéder, vous allez au niveau de la barre des onglets plus bas, en bas de votre écran.
Oui.
Donc vous allez voir un peu plus à droite, en bas, donc accéder à la salle.
D'accord.
C'est bon à votre niveau?
Moi, je vois réaction. Share screen, all companion.
Voilà.
Oui.
Et après, avec il y a accès à la salle.
OK.
Voilà, donc à partir de là, vous pouvez choisir votre salle de résultats.
OK. Merci.
OK. Donc les participants rejoignent une des différentes salles.
Valérie, si tu permets, j'ai un petit problème là. Je vois participants, chat, réaction, share
Cliquez
screen
sur les trois points.
sur les
Donc,
3
si
points.
vous ne voyez pas les salles de répartition, vous pouvez également cliquer sur les 3 points. Ensuite, vous allez voir
Yes,
salle
yes.
de répartition.
Breakout rooms. Breakout
Voilà.
rooms. OK. Thank you very much.
Voilà.
OK.
En anglais.
OK. Thank you very much.
Vous pouvez arrêter la diffusion sur YouTube. Le stream.
OK. OK.